Hello, hello, my friends. Another dedicated candle review for you. Today, we're going to be talking about Kringle Candle Bottle Rocket. As I disclosed in yesterday's review of Cherry Pie, this fragrance was sent to me in PR by Kringle Candle. A huge thank you to them for sending this my way. As always, my thoughts are my own, and I always strive to give you guys my honest opinion and let the ball be in your court to determine if this fragrance is one that should be added to your collection. So this is one of two fragrances that will be part of the Summer Flight launch that is happening this Thursday, May 22nd at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This fragrance, as well as Cherry Pie, will only be available in this format that you are looking at right here. This is one of their large 2-wick 100% soy wax tumblers. Kringle Candle is also something that you guys might want to know. Kringle Candle is a very clean burning type of candle brand. They do not use phthalates, parabens, VOCs, all of the things that we are concerned about, which is why partially they are one of my favorite candle brands to burn. They are also made here in the good old US of A. All right, you guys, that is kind of pertinent because this is a very patriotic looking candle. Wouldn't you agree? The fragrance notes listed on this candle are top notes of fruit and citrus, mid notes of orange and cherry, base notes of raspberry and sugar. This candle also has a pour date of April 15th, 2025. Okay, so I gave kind of some initial thoughts on Friday in my BOGO, my like part two Kringle candle haul. And in that video, I told you guys that I had not burned this candle at that point when I was filming. I had not burned this candle as much as I had burned the Cherry Pie. I will be very honest with you and tell you that of the two fragrances, this one, I do like it, but it's not, I don't love it as much as I love the Cherry Pie. And that is because to my nose, this fragrance is a very sweet, sugary type of fragrance. Do I think it's authentic to what is pictured right there? Absolutely. It definitely reminds me of those bottle rocket popsicles. I do detect cherry and citrus in those mid notes. I definitely smell some of that in there. However, that base note of blue raspberry, which is what you're seeing pictured there, actually comes through a lot more when this candle is burning. So the other day when I did that haul video, I had told you guys, I was like, oh yeah, it's very cherry forward. I get some of the orange. But I will tell you that the more that I have burned this and the longer that I burn it, I definitely detect more of that blue raspberry note that comes out. It's very, very well balanced. And I did receive some inquiries on that in the comment section on that video. I believe one of you guys asked me, how does it compare to Bath and Body Works Firecracker Pop, which happened to be perfect timing because I was actually heading into the store to pick up a Bopis. And so I was able to get my nose directly on Firecracker Pop. I have not had Firecracker Pop in the past because it is a very cherry forward fragrance. And you guys know cherry is not really my cup of tea. However, I did stick my nose in Firecracker Pop. And here's what I'm going to say. Firecracker Pop is still very, very cherry forward. It leans a little bit artificial, maybe slightly medicinal cherry to my nose. This fragrance is definitely sugary cherry, but it doesn't lean medicinal to me. And I think that this one has a better balance, again, of that raspberry. And I'm talking blue raspberry, not that like candied sugary blue raspberry syrup type of smell mixed with a little bit of like an orange in here. I definitely detect that. I think it's a little bit more balanced. And there's also something about this that has kind of that icy quality to it that you would expect with a popsicle. I think this fragrance is actually very, very authentic to, again, this frozen summer treat that a lot of us like to eat during patriotic holidays here in the summertime. I think it's very, very well done. Is it repurchase worthy for me? No. I have enjoyed pairing this with Kringle Candle's Reserve Orange fragrance, as well as the Homeworks Valencia Orange. I think that that's a great pairing. I've also been burning it with the Cherry Pie fragrance, although I will tell you that I think I enjoy burning the cherry pie fragrance more so with Homeworks' strawberry shortcake, or if you have Bath and Body Works strawberry pound cake. I'll have my review on that candle later on this week, the strawberry shortcake from Homeworks. But I feel like that pairs a little bit better. This fragrance to me, again, would probably go best with another like orange fragrance. I did have some people ask how does this compare to the Summer Cooler candle from 2024 in the Country Limited Edition. I never had that candle, so I can't give you guys the comparison. But I believe that my friend Fiona, known as Wax and Facts over on Instagram, she's also one of the admins in the Kringle Facebook group. I believe that she has that fragrance or has had it in the past. So I would trust her to probably be able to give a better comparison to let you guys know. But I think upon cold sniff, she was initially saying that she doesn't think that it is a repackage. So wanted to put that out there. Let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this candle. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it around here. You can see the clean burning wax that Kringle is known for. Now you do see a little bit of carbon accruing there at the end of the wicks here. I will tell you that of the two candles, it's kind of interesting. This one wasn't burning as hot for me as the cherry pie one. I noted in that cherry pie review, which if you missed that, I'll make sure that I link it at the end of this video so you can go back and watch it. But the cherry pie candle, during the first third of the burn on that candle, had it was burning pretty hot for me, and I was actually getting some soot accrual around the vessel. That calmed down as it got more towards the halfway point of the candle, but I haven't had that issue at all with this fragrance. This one has been a little bit more of a calm burn. Now you can see it's still a very healthy flame going on there, but I haven't had any issues with soot. I have been trimming the wicks after each burn just because I do like to have a little bit of like a that clean wick before I relight it. But even then, you guys, I don't trim these wicks too short. I really just trim it at the point where I see that excess carbon. Strength and throw on this candle, I'm gonna say that this one is around like a 7 in terms of strength and throw, similar to the cherry pie. This one, you can really notice it if you're burning it in a more closed concept room. When I burn it in my master bedroom, which has lower ceilings, it's definitely a noticeable sweet fragrance. But again, even for me, somebody who doesn't really like super sweet fragrances, and at that, I don't love super sweet cherry fragrances, I still enjoy this in the bedroom. I think that it's a really nice fragrance. It's not overwhelming. It's not cloying, definitely present. Out in the open concept, again, it's a little bit more of a background scent. It's not going to smack you in the face. However, my daughter was gone the other day for a few hours, and I had like just lit this candle up maybe like 30 minutes before she got home. And when she walked in the front door, she was like, "Ooh, I love the way it smells in here." She said, "That smells really good." And I was like, "Really? I just lit that candle 30 minutes ago." She was like, "Oh no, I can smell it. It smells really good." So I think that's always a reminder, you guys. And I know I've said this before, but for those of us who are accustomed to burning candles a lot, those of us who are really accustomed to fragrance, I think that our sniffers, I don't want to say the words that we're broken. We're not broken. But I would say that our sniffers maybe are a little less sensitive to fragrance. And so therefore, a candle could be performing really well, but we might say like, oh, well, it's only a 7 or it's only a 5 or whatever. But somebody else could walk into our home and say, wow, it smells so good in here. And they're like, yeah, I can smell it from everywhere in the home. So I think that it's always just interesting. It's interesting how subjective fragrance is. Overall, you guys, I do give this candle 2 thumbs up. It's not going to be a repurchase for me. I don't feel like I need more of it, but do I see myself finishing burning this one this summer? Absolutely. I have enough other candles in my collection that I think it pairs nicely with, and I can see myself finishing this one out. But did I want to repurchase it in the Ambassador pre-order? No. I did go ahead and repurchase Cherry Pie, but this one, not so much. It's probably just, it'll suffice for this summer, but I don't feel like I need any more of it. Like I said, this will be available this Thursday, May 22nd at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My discount code Katie15 should save you 15% off of your purchase. This will be full price, obviously, when it is launched. But if both of these sell really well, I could see Kringle keeping these candles around, and who knows, maybe they will then put them in 4 wicks or, wax melts, daylights, so that way people who enjoy that 4 wick format might be able to enjoy this fragrance a little bit more. So that discount code is an affiliate code eligible for a commission, so please only use that if you are comfortable. But anyways, let me know in the comment box down below. Are you excited for this launch? I feel like this is one of the, besides Easter, I feel like this is another launch that people are generally pretty hyped about, probably because these fragrances both kind of fit in that gourmand category, which, Kringle, take the hint. People want more gourmands from you because you're doing them pretty well. So, hint, hint, people are liking these gourmands. So, anyways, let me know if you guys are planning to purchase either this one or the cherry pie or both. I would be curious to know. Again, please hit thumbs up if you found this review helpful. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. I will have more dedicated reviews, and I've got a haul coming up for you guys this week, as well as some candle chat going on this weekend. So lots of fun stuff to share with you guys. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.